People are simply going out and they're online now. They're using the web in ways that you cannot do in print. You have access to far more people online than you would ever have in print. The organizations represented by the four people here are really the key to how you get ahead, how you grow, how you reach beyond your natural audience as it migrates online, and how you get to a much, much larger audience. How do you organize information so that the spiders crawl it correctly and all that kind of stuff for folks that just write?
It's really getting our authors, our writers, to focus on how they write, making sure that they're taking search into account as much as their audience, making sure that it is easy for the spiders to understand what that content is.
The quality of the content you write online is increasingly important. When you go to Yahoo and you look at the top news stories, or when you go to the Drudge Report, or you go to Huffington Post, you do not see the source of the story in question. You see a headline, you see the subject matter, and that's why you do or do not click on it. And that's a big shift from decades past.
Google and Yahoo have become the world's front page. I guess the blanket question is, why shouldn't we be scared of that as publishers?
The real opportunity for publishers is the ability to extend your reach to a much wider audience than you might have been able to do before.
When you approach partners, when you start working with partners, what is the pitch that you have for them about why they should come on board with you?
It's really lowering of the walls and making sure that you can be found so you can be part of the consideration and education process. When we provide search for a Forbes or for a Business Week, it's really just an extension of the content on their site.
As Google goes forward, are you going to look to more specific brands that have deeper partnerships, like you've done, I guess, with the Associated Press? And how does that fit in with the larger idea of what Google is?
The mission, which is to organize the world's information and make things universally accessible and useful, in order for us to realize that vision, partnerships will always be key to our strategy. So I think that Google's always looking to find, ways to help connect users with information.
If people in the room are looking to spend some money right now, they want to do one thing in order to get ahead and get more readership, what's the one thing that they should be investing in right now, in your opinion?
It's just online, and you have to be wherever your target audience is going to be, and then you have to have something in the back end, some type of analytics that will inform you on where you're getting the most value out of that spend.
You're not just competing with other magazines. There's obviously the web, there's cable TV, video games, satellite radio, goes on and on and on. The user, the reader, has less time, so it's really important that you don't covet your content too much and keep it close. You have to some extent, let it go to get it out there.
A lot of people here say we can do it internally, we can do it ourselves, we can figure this whole thing out, we don't need outside help. This is one of those things where you wouldn't defend yourself in court, hopefully. You'd want to go out and hire an expert who's in SEO and SEM to help you build your business and get it set up for the digital age. Again, we're far enough along where basically, if the guy that is fixing your computer is also the same guy that's doing your SEO or SEM, it's time to invest a lot more money in making sure you're doing it right and can be found.
And SEO technology is extremely important, but also investing in anything that opens up your site to allow for discussion and interactivity with your audience. It's becoming a two-way street more and more these days, and the sites that are interacting with their audience are the ones that are going to gain the most traction.